Can you imagine preparing your home for list to get it listed and get it sold? You're working with a realtor, you do everything that they recommend. You get it listed, it's on the market, you have a ton of showings and a lot of great feedback. And about 2 weeks later, you get a full priced offer. You go into due diligence, everything's good. About a week later after that, you get a call from the realtor that the buyer's financing has fallen apart and they have to back out of the deal. They can because they have been notified by their lender that their financing has fallen through. They've reneged during the financing contingency, but you as a seller have lost 3 weeks on your home. When I say lost 3 weeks, it has been taken off the market for about 3 weeks. And you're frustrated asking your realtor, what went wrong? Why did this buyer back out? Why didn't we know about their financing? Why didn't we know what could have increased our likelihood to get this thing across the finish line? How frustrating is that? I've been working with buyers and sellers, helping them to get through this buying and selling journey for over 8 years. I share that with you because I want you to know that I'm not just on here talking about things that I've never done. I've been helping folks buy and sell real estate for almost 10 years now. And there are some common denominators of why deals fall apart. What kills the deal on the buyer side and the seller side? And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about what can help. There's 2 big things that, if better prepared for, if advised, they can drastically decrease the likelihood of a deal falling apart. My name is Taj Walker, and I'm a local realtor here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm making these videos to educate you on what's going on in the real estate market all across the country and economics of real estate and impacting real estate, but also to help you and to inform you about things that can help you make better real estate decisions, that can help you be more equipped if you are going through the home buying journey or if you are a home seller looking to get the most out of your home. So with that, let's get right into this video. So the number one thing that causes deals to fall apart is sellers not getting a home inspection themselves before they put their home on the market. Now, most folks wait for their home to get on the market, for an offer to be accepted, and the buyer to get an inspection. They receive an inspection report with a big list of to-dos and repairs and contingencies from that buyer, and they're shocked. Sometimes they're not shocked as to what they see in that report, and they have to go through all of these steps to jump through all these hoops to repair what's on that list. And it could be very frustrating and contentious, right? Most of the time, there's a back and forth about, is this a big deal? Is this not a big deal? How much is this going to cost? Is this the true cost? Now you have to get professionals and inspectors out there to fix these things and get a professional third-party opinion. And this is probably one of the biggest times during the contract or when you're under contract that deals fall apart, because now the buyer has a piece of information that they're using as leverage to try to either get out the deal or get you to fix things or to get some contingencies. And it's very frustrating because you as the seller either may not have known about any of those things, or you're like, this is not even a big deal. Like, this is not worth either the headache, the time and the cost it will take to repair it. And this could be simply avoided by getting your own inspection before you put the home on the market, and then repairing everything on that list. You can avoid a ton of headaches by getting your own inspection and working through that list before the home goes on the market. I can't tell you how many folks save a ton of time and a ton of headache by getting a home inspection before they put their home on the market and not waiting for a buyer to get one. Now, is it going to cost a few $100s? Yes, but it is money well spent. If a buyer does decide to get their own home inspection, which they probably will, you have addressed all of the red and yellow flags that are most likely going to pop up on that report. And you have your own leverage to to discuss if they do decide to bring up something. You're like, hey, I already knew that was an issue. Here's the proof. Here's the receipts that I fixed it. And once you get everything fixed, you can attach that inspection report with those receipts to the disclosures so that it gives those buyers peace of mind before they even get started that you are aware that some things may or may not be fixed or need repair, but you've already fixed them. You've already taken care of them. I can't tell you how many times this has saved a ton of issues, but have also given buyers psychological peace of mind and peace that, hey, this seller has already gone through the steps and has already provided us proof of repairs and done all of the major issues, right? So that doesn't mean they're not going to get their own inspection report. They may, just for their own edification, but you know that most of what's going to come up on that report that they get, you've already addressed and you've already dealt with. So the first thing is for sellers to get their own inspection report, get a third-party inspection and go down that list and fix definitely all the red flags, as many of the yellow flags as you can. But if you are able, fix everything on that list, provide receipts, and attach that to the disclosures as you list your property. It'll save you a ton of time, a ton of headaches, and it'll increase the likelihood of your property getting across the finish line and not falling out of contract. The second thing is to make sure that you get a pre-qualification, a pre-approval versus a pre-qualification. A pre-approval is unverified documents, a few questions the lender may ask, and a pre-approval are verified documents, verified proof of income. The lender has making sure that that buyer has been on the job for at least a year and is approved to buy this home. So as a seller, tell your listing agent that you don't want to see any offers unless they are pre-approved. And as long as that agent treats everyone fair across the board with this criteria, they can bring you offers that are pre-approved versus pre-qualified. This will save you a ton of time and a ton of headache from entertaining buyers who aren't ready, haven't gone through the process to increase their likelihood of this deal getting to the finish line. So outside of inspection issues, financing issues are the second biggest major concern. And one thing to increase the likelihood of this is just to simply only entertain offers from buyers that are pre-approved as a seller. And by asking your listing agent, your agent, to bring you offers that are pre-approved only, it'll save a ton of headache. Another thing you can do is to call that buyer's lender when you get an offer and ask questions, try to learn as much as you can about that buyer's financing. Now, they can't really share much with you. They have to keep things confidential and private. But a great question to ask is, how confident are you in this buyer's ability to close? And just listen to what they say. If they give you any apprehension or pushback, another follow-up question you can ask is, hey, what can we do or what can be done to increase this buyer's, the likelihood of this buyer closing on this deal? And just listen to what they say. And don't be surprised if they don't share much. They're not required and not able to share a lot of information about the buyer's financing. But they can give you a sense of sentiment, confidence that they are in their client's financing strength. So those two questions again. Hey, how confident are you about this buyer's financing to close? And if they say moderately confident, or they give you like a 6 or a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10, you can say, what can we do or what can be done to increase that buyer's likelihood to close on this home? And just listen to what they say. And it'll give you a lot of understanding and insight about where this buyer is and how confident their lender is to close on this home. Your agent can call this buyer's lender. If you're the seller, your listing agent can call this buyer's lender. And as a seller, you in the offer there normally give you a pre-approval letter or pre-qualification letter, and the name of that lender will be in their documents on their financing contingency. You can call that lender yourself and ask a few questions. So these are some things that could be done to really increase the likelihood of the deal closing. And by asking a few questions and putting a few boundaries around these things in terms of the financing contingency, it could really give you some peace of mind. Now, is everything guaranteed? Are there some things that are going to happen? No, but you want to make sure that your agent is doing all that they can to get your home to the closing table, and that you increase the likelihood of your home closing. And avoiding these two major pitfalls could drastically increase the chance of your home closing. And these deal killers that are causing deals to fall out of contract simply because you didn't even ask the question. You didn't even go through the steps to try to avoid these two main things. And now that you know the two main pitfalls that kill deals, now you know where to put up the boundaries or the guardrails, if you will. So I hope that helps. My name is Taj, and if you are looking for a realtor in your area, you're looking to buy or sell, I'm happy to help. I love to connect with you and connect you with a local realtor in your area to help you on this journey. I work with pre-vetted agents who are happy to help, and I'd love to connect you with. I have a list of agents that I work with in your area all across the country, a list of private communities that I'm a part of, and I love to refer you or connect you with a professional agent to help you on your journey. And if I don't have someone in my network, I will go through that process to pre-qualify, pre-vet, and connect you with an agent from my broader network that may be a good fit for you. If that's the case, scan the QR code that pops up on the screen or click the link below, fill out the form, and I will be in touch with you shortly after. Thanks for watching. With that, I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, hanging out with me. Make sure to leave a comment. Let me know if you're enjoying this content or what you'd like for me to discuss in the next video. Have a great one. See you all later.